Hang in there, guys. It's another day. Sometimes life's a little painful, and we gotta just keep pushing forward and stay positive and be thankful. Um, and that's it. I feel good. I feel good being single. I feel good having less to worry about today. Um, I don't like a lot of obligations or worry or stress, but you can't avoid it in life. What's up, Uhu, on a live check-in? Good to see you, man. Life's just a big baggage. A lot of things we carry around. Hey, Norma. A lot of things we carry around during the course of the day. A lot of thoughts that we carry in our mind. Hey, Thomas. Um, Thoughts about, just the different pressures that are on our life. Milano, what's up, brother? Milano, what's on your mind today, man? It is Valentine's Day. Living a single life. How the Colombian girls down in Miami, man. Lance. Simplicity as our friend. Well, it is. As I was stressed out today a little bit, I said, I thank God I'm single. I thank God that I don't own a lot. I thank God I'm living light. And that's the topic tonight that's going to lead this conversation. Living light. Living light means living a minimalistic life with less burdens on the mind. Why? Because as you get older in life, you're going to realize the mental pressure on your brain at your job, with the people you know, worry, even when you're healthy, worrying about when you may get sick, the stresses of driving, uh, the stresses of even when everything's going right, at any moment everything go wrong. It's the constant pressure of life. For me, the only way to really enjoy life, for me, the best way is to live very light. Um, you try to eat light, try to think light. You don't want to think too deep. Try to own, at this point in my life, I try to own as little as possible because less I have to take care of. The more you own, the more you have to take care of, and that's heavy. That way, for me, that weighs heavy on my mind. And the only thing that sometimes keeps my peace is not having a lot to worry about, not having a lot of things, living very light. Once in a while, I think about, maybe changing course a little bit, never leaving minimalism, never leaving the principle of living below your means, because I'll probably to the day I die, I'll always want to live a simple life. But sometimes, I think about home base or RV or try. I really don't want one, but I think about it and I just say, it's just going to make more burdens. And that's what scares me. And that's what just pulls me away from it. Not worth it. At different points today when I was had some stress on me, what was my saving grace? Living light. Everyone has a story. Everyone's going through something. I talked to some people. One guy I talked to today, he was sick and he had to take another airplane out to go somewhere for work. Everyone has the pressure on them. I am really amazed that people aren't. I'm surprised that society appears to be more healthy than it is. I really do. Um, Other guy I was talking today, he's working 6 days a week, and he's barely just treading water. But he's got a lot of pressure on him. And what I like about living light is a little less pressure. For me, it's the only way to get ahead in this world. And you still don't really get ahead. And not just financially, that's part of it, but mentally. I'm talking about mentally getting ahead. Like when I talk about financially getting ahead, I mean it, because finance is way on the mind. But I'm talking about mentally getting ahead of life, mentally getting ahead of the anxieties, mentally getting ahead of the uh, relationship burdens, the insecurities, the worries. How do you get ahead of that? You have less to worry about. Live light. Is it the end all be all answer? No. Is it the best thing I found? Yes. Yes. Is there anything better than living light? Not for me, the way I am. I think, it's just harmful for my well being. I can't meditate stress away if I have a lot of burdens on my mind. And I rather have my burdens being on, working to create an income, keeping myself healthy, using all my capacity for the things that add the most value to me and less of my capacity. I don't want to take care of anything again. I don't want to take care of a girlfriend. I don't want to take care of a pet. I don't want to take care of a plant. Is that harsh? No, I love all those things. I've had all those things. And what I could tell you at 38 going on 39, I'm done. I want to live light. Why? Can't take it anymore. Don't want it anymore. Is my way for everyone? No. I'm just sharing my life. That's all. And I'm thankful tonight. I mean, I'm thankful for relationships. I did a video today about Valentine's Day could be magical. if you want it to be, let's stay positive. But, seeing people running back and forth, getting flowers, doing all that, I said, oh, thank God I don't have to do all that stuff. And good intention people, and maybe they're having fun, but that doesn't bring me any joy. I like to live light. I'll never wear underwear again. Does that matter to me? It matters to me. Why? Because it's light. I like very simple. Simple is helpful to my mind. Simple is helpful to my mind. Should you use medical marijuana? Well, I think first you should just minimalize your life, live light, then figure out. I don't think our mind works good with a lot of burdens. It doesn't. When we put too much stress on the mind, it fails. The mind is a very delicate muscle. It's like lifting weights in the gym. You put too much weights on that, bench press or whatever, you're going to tear a muscle. You put too much stress on the mind, you're going to tear your mind. See, you'll notice a teared muscle, but you won't notice the teared mind. But I noticed the teared mind. I'm very self-conscious, and I'm very observant in society. Like when I talk to someone, even if they're holding it together, I can hear little words, and I can hear little reactions, the tones, the inflections. I can hear when someone's not in a good place. When someone has a lot of heaviness on their mind. Do I want to have a lot of heaviness on my mind? No, even living simple, I have some. And I say, damn, I don't want any more. I want to live like my man K4. I want to live like a traveler in this world. I'm just passing through. That's it. I'm living very light. And what I could tell you is, that's my main message. Now what I do is we're going to read each and every live comment. I want you guys to tell me about your day. My man Milano. And I'll read each and every comment like I do every night. Every night on this YouTube channel I go live. And I also upload daily vlogs. They're usually daily. And talk about a variety of things. Simple life, masturbation, politics, religion, and then whatever you want to talk about. I try to keep overall positive attitude. Why? Because I think life is a little bit better when you live positive. If you want to join these chats, subscribe to the channel. Come in the chat room, leave a chat. If you don't want to leave a chat, just watch. You could also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is the word inspire, the symbol _ the number 38. Now what do? I take a magical drink of the free Trenta ice water with extra ice from Starbucks, and I lean back and I see what you guys got to say. Traveling man's in the house. I'm going to get to you, brother. Woohoo, I saw you, brother. Nomad, good to see you. You've missed a couple, but you are back. I remember when I was in the church game heavy, and good people, very thankful. But I remember, like, if I'd missed a couple weeks ago, oh, we missed you, you're back. I'm like, all right, I know I missed a couple weeks, so give me a break. Thomas, good to see you again. Milano, Lance, simplicity is our friend. Let me tell you something, brother, you ain't never lie about that. And I'm not talking about the Simplicity RV. I'm talking about simple. Okay, I'm talking about living a Jeep Renegade with no underwear. And don't get no more simpler than that. Okay, love and respect. Christine, California. Christina, hey, I see you got the emoji face on your profile. First time being able to watch live. Good to have you. Excited and a heart face emoji. Good to have you. I hope you're still here. Buck Portage, South Florida's in the building. What's going on, Buck? Teresa, hey Teresa. Hey Sam. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Love and peace to everyone. Look, whatever makes you happy in life. Praise the Lord. Let's stay positive. Patricia, hey Sam. Thank you, Teresa, too, for the love and support. I want to make sure I take time to acknowledge and appreciate you. I know you support me on Instagram, and I know you support me on different platforms. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bulk. Traffic incident this afternoon. Every day I see a traffic accident, guys. Be careful out there. Drove me over the edge. I was pissed for a few hours. Well, I can understand that. Getting caught behind traffic is a total disaster. Thank God you weren't in it. Or were you in it? I think you're meaning that you were caught in a traffic jam. I hope not in it. But that's the one thing I like about living in my car. If there's a traffic jam, if there's a thing, am I cursing because I got to get to my house? No. I'll either turn around or just say, hey, I ain't got nowhere to go. I could park anywhere. My house is here. Now, I still don't like to be in traffic. But I'm living light. And when you live light, guess what? Less stuff can wear on your mind. Buck Porter almost lost his damn mind today. Buck Porter. Now, let me tell you something. Miami traffic, total disaster. I love Miami, total disaster. I won't go south to Boca Raton. Let me tell you something. Down in Miami, total disaster. Okay? And what I could tell you is you get caught behind a traffic accident. You had a long day at work and you still got stuff to do. Then you gotta stop at Publix or ShopRite or wherever. You gotta pick up some cheap ass flowers, and you gotta pick up a card, and you gotta pick up dog dookie, and then before you know it, you got a mental meltdown on your hands. Have I been there? I've had a mental meltdown. I mean, not to the point where like wow, but just enough to feel the pain. And what I could tell you is I gotta live light for the rest of my life until the Lord calls me home, and I go to the big RV lot up in the sky. I gotta live light. Okay, why? Because just better quality of life for me. Love and respect. Gilbert, what's up, brother? Sammy, what's up? Hey, family. Hey, brother. Hydration break. Wow, you can't take enough hydration breaks. They're very good for you. Patricia, I was watching on YouTube a video with an RV. Class B SS Swift, about $140,000. Huh. That ain't living light to me. But if it's below your means and you wanted to do it, I'm not mad at anyone. Love and respect. Yeah, that's too much, man. You know, sometimes I do want to get an RV just to take my mom down to Florida and travel with her. But the reality is, it's not a good idea, but the reality is I don't want an RV. It's going to be too much to take care of. When I get my mom down here, it's not going to be enough separation. And I want to travel around. I want to be able to just get my car and move anywhere. I don't want restrictions. I don't want restriction going in a gas station parking. Class B would be a nice solution, but for, you know, a Class B, a brand new one, $70,000. You can get a used one. It weighs on the mind, though. I don't know. For me, I don't want to get trapped. I don't want to go on any more payments. I want to live light, man. I can't take it anymore. I'm ready to retire, and I'm just thankful. But I'm not mad at anyone. Very nice, Sam. I loved it. I'm not mad at you, Patricia. I want you to live your dream. I love you, Patricia. Lance, I feel the same way, brother. Me and you on the same page. Lance, very deep introspectively also tells me to stay simple, yes, and live light, yep. It makes life far more fun and adventurous. It does. Look, life's already, let me stay positive. Life can be very tough, though, and let's just be honest about that. But let's stay hopeful. And what I found hope in, you know what gave me hope again, middle age? Because I said, damn, you know, at a certain point in middle age, I finally got my health together. You know, I lost my dog. I said, I don't want to get another dog because a pet is too much to take care of. It's a great to have it once. And if you have pets and you love pets, please know that I love you and I support you 100%. But for me, I said, there's no way I'm getting another pet again. It's not living light. It just takes too much out of me. And I said, I don't want a relationship. I don't want a family. I don't even like to have too many personal relationships. I like virtual relationships. I have a couple of nice people that I respect, I love. But I like to be by myself. Why? Because a relationship is a burden. Even a good, healthy relationship, it's a burden. You should have friends. You should have acquaintances. You need people once in a while, and vice versa. But you know, I can't have too many friends. Why? It's too heavy on my soul. I gotta live light because people call you. You know, people call you. They share, and I like when they share, and I share. But for me, how my mind thinks, I'm very empathetic. You know, I feel people's pain. I feel my own pain. I'm very in tune with myself. I'm in tune with the spirit. So when you feel deeply, you know, I mean, how much can you take? How much can you put on your soul? I don't want to put too much on my soul. I want to live light, love and respect. Patricia, Class B would be perfect for me. I'm not mad at you. I pack light and I'm a minimalist. Patricia, get that $140,000 RV. I'm not mad at you. Lance, only if it's below your means. Lance, makes life more fun. Yeah, it's good to have fun. I agree with that. Jacob, what's up, man? Hey, Sam. How are you doing tonight? It was a little bit stressful today, but I say overall I'm thankful. I'm healthy. I am thankful for some good people in my life. I'm praying. I don't want to say their name on here, but I know someone going through a health problem, so just keep people in prayer. good friend, a family member, and I got love for him, man. I hate to hear that. I hate to hear anyone suffering. But overall, I'm thankful, and that's good. What's the subject matter tonight? The subject matter tonight is living light. Living light materialistically, relationship wise, and everything. Have I ever talked about that before? Yeah. Does it matter to me enough to talk about again? Yeah. Why? Because when I'm stressed out during the day, I say one thing. Thank God I'm living light because I can't take anymore. I could barely take life anymore. I mean, to stay inspired. Now, look, I could take life and fake it and be like a lot of other people, but I don't want to be like that, and I don't want to judge them. I don't want to judge anyone. I'm just sharing how I look at life. And for me to enjoy my life, I have to live very simple because I can't have too much pressure on my mind. I'm tough. It's amazing. People can wake up at 6 a.m., sit in hour traffic. I've been there. Spend all day getting harassed and keep doing it for 48 years without quitting. It's only by the grace of God, but I've been there. And the only reason you don't, because if you quit, then you're really screwed. But I'm a full believer that society is out of balance, that we are, even though the stock market and the economy metrics are at an all-time high, the underbelly of society is very unhealthy. And there's no job security. Previous generations, you were with the same company for decades. The average time, the average person's with the same company in these years is about 4.5 years. Google it. 4.5 years with the same company. You're very dispensable. You got no assurances for retirement. They're even talking about, and again, economy overall is great. Stock market's all time, so I acknowledge it. But the underbelly of society, the press, the stressor, the maxing of productivity, there's a lot of good things to be said. I don't want to be negative. I'm just saying for me that I see how society's going, and until we start to really reset, I mean, even if we reset, I think what we got away from is way too much complexity as far as in our personal lives and taking on too much. Whether it's taking on too much college debt, whether it's taking on too much car loan debt, whether it's taking on too much whatever. I got to live light for me. And I don't ever want to go backwards. Patricia, as far as stuff, junk, more than one of anything is too much for me. Well, Patricia, me and you on the same page. Lance, I don't need a woman. I'm not mad at you. A pet or a planner either. Lance, I'm not mad at you. I had all those things, and I'm very thankful for them. I honor them, and I appreciate them. But at this point in my life and going forward, I want to live light. I want to flirt with some girls in Starbucks. I want to have a couple close friends that I call and we share our lives, but very much virtually for the most part, once in a while, and that's just how I am. Gilbert. Happy Valentine's Day, family. Well, brother, another hydration break and a heart emoji to everyone out there. Let us celebrate love. Love's worth it, though. Love's good. Tricia, I have a simple taste, and I'm a very simple gal. I'm not mad at you, Patricia. Teresa, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Zakia, can you believe that Zakia's in Alaska right now doing data entry as she dodges her boss, but she's taking enough time to share happy Valentine's Day to everyone? Is Zakia a great person? Yeah. Now, what does she want to do? She has a dream of living light, Nissan NV200. She's going to do a meet and greet with the Element van life guy. Maybe get his number and maybe ride off into the sunset. Now, my man Zakia, no, I love Zakia. She got a trillion dividends. She can afford to do it. I love you, Zakia. Nomad, it's a blessing to know yourself. Some people have no idea what works for them because they have no idea who they are. You are very blessed, Sam. I am, and I'm very thankful to the Lord. I don't take my blessings for granted. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, you too. Thank you. I appreciate that positive comment. I love you. Lance, I really can't stand to feel burdened. Oh, I feel that. With all the crap anymore. Lance, me and you on the same page. Maybe one day to love again. Not for me. Yet that would be a miracle. It would be Moses parting the Red Sea down in Boca Raton. That ain't gonna happen, but let us pray for miracles. But I don't even want it. Like, for me, I'm not praying for a miracle that I meet a nice girl. I'm praying for a miracle that I can retire early and live off passive income. That's my miracle. Like, everyone out there that wants a relationship, I pray the Lord blesses with you. All I'm praying for is, a reliable, consistent income that, I could just relax a little bit. Why? Because that's how I feel. That's what I'm looking for. Well, no. Sammy, Mike Tyson has a marijuana growing ranch in California. A lot of people do. A lot of famous people have invested in marijuana, and I'm not mad at them. I think, a shout out to my viewer, Alice. She brought it up. I think medical marijuana may have its place in society, or even recreational. Now, I smoked weed when I was younger. I haven't smoked weed in decades. I stopped smoking weed when I was 23. It is addictive. I felt it made me dumb and paranoid, but that's just me. There's been some people on this channel that have enlightened me and say it was better than the alternative, and they've had some chronic problems. So look, I don't have an issue with it. And it's obviously, look, if it's legal now, it's still illegal federally, I believe, but in different states it's legal. Hey, look, I'm not mad at it. Gilbert, you are welcome, Teresa. Teresa's positive. Milano, Sammy, that is very high life. Yeah, I like the single light life. Good job, Milano. Traveling van, what's up, brother? This is Little Light of Mine. Yeah, I'm going to let shine. Traveling van, a.k.a. Traveling van. You are the man, and I love you, brother. Gilbert, hit that thumbs up, people. Yes, I appreciate everyone clicking the thumbs up. Thank you, Gilbert. All right, what's up, man? Lance, simple life is vastly easier and opens up a new adventure, opportunity, and freedoms. It's true, brother. And let me tell you something. I'm not really looking to open up new adventures. I'm just trying to get through life and keeping a peaceful mind, keeping a joyful spirit. Like, I'm not looking to travel the world and show you guys like the icebergs of Alaska and, the deserts of Sedona, Arizona, and the mountains of Colorado, and traveling and getting a cat. And I'm not looking to do that. What I'm looking to do is live with as less mental anxieties as possible, no underwear, staying in Florida, not traveling a lot, and just living very simple and having no stress, or as low stress possible, and passive income, and praise the Lord. That's it. That's the end. I'll do a video every day just saying, look, I'm thankful now. But you know what I'm saying? I am thankful now. Look, it's a disaster up north. I talked to a couple people up north, dead in the winter. I got to be thankful. I forgot that there's winter in other parts of the country. Like, I was talking to someone today, and I take it for granted now that I'm living in Florida. I lived in New Jersey most of my life. I take it for granted that right now, across the world, people are going through winter. I forgot that I'm in Florida with endless summer, and I got a tank top on in February, so I got to be thankful. Let me be thankful. Lance. Oh, I read that. Oh, wait, I didn't read about the underwear? He goes, it's kind of scary sometimes, years living out of my truck. That's all right. Not everywhere safe. Well, I agree with that. I've been there. I wear underwear. Well, all right. Well, we all can't be perfect. That's all right. I love you, brother. Jacob, your Instagram is the world. Yes, it's the word inspire. Just inspire. Just the word inspire, not inspired. Just inspire _38. Inspire _38. Did I hear correctly? Just broke it down. If so, I'll add you. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Gilbert, let it shine. Yeah, let that light shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Yeah, I like that. Hydration break. Good job, Gilbert. Christina, very much still here. Oh, that's good. I lived in Florida for 2 years. Well, Christina, where do you live now? Where do you live now, Christina? Is Florida the best state I've ever visited? Yes. Will I ever leave Florida? No. Will I ever get a house, 2 cars, with 2 car insurances, with 2 dogs, with a girl on the side piece? No. Why? Just thinking about that made me want a head explode. Somebody give me a head explode emoji. What I'm going to do the rest of my life is live very light. If I ever do anything, it's going to be buy a small little RV lot and a small little RV, but I don't even need that. Right now, all I got to do is just keep living light and keep my health by the grace of God. And I would like to do something for my mom, but we'll see. Keep me in prayer, and keep my friend. I don't want to say their name in public, but there's somebody I know that's going through a health problem, and I'll just prayer emoji. Bart, what's up, brother? Sam, new subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome. Love the positive vibe. Thank you, brother. Love and respect from Canada, Vancouver. A lot of brothers and sisters I know from Canada, man. Great to meet you, Bart. You're going to find we have a lot of Canadians here in this channel. Now, I'm very thankful for each and every one. You guys got universal health care, man. I give you guys a lot of credit. Healthcare, medical bills in the USA is #1 cause of bankruptcy. Overall, look, we're blessed in America. We're very thankful for Florida. It's too cold in Canada. I love you guys. Too cold, though. And we got a lot of Canadians down here right now. A lot of Canadians down here in Florida in the winter, and I love them. Shout out to one of my first viewers. His YouTube name is Trend News, and that's how me and him got to know each other. He says, Sam, I'm from Canada, but he has property in Fort Lauderdale. So that's how we built our relationship. He's been a big supporter. Brother, welcome. Love and respect to Canada. Lance. It's like a brave new world mindset living like this. It's the only thing that keeps my sanity. Like, I'm not even trying to be like Christopher Columbus of exploring. I'm just trying to keep my sanity. And people don't realize, I say that because I'm honest. I see people's sanity is paper thin. And I don't say that in judgment. I say I understand life. And I'm looking around in life. I'm observing. And I'm saying, man, thank God, Sam, you got out of that game. And what game is that? Just a game of too much trappings. Because I can't take anymore. I got to get through. I got to get to the finish line very light. When I get to the finish line, I'm going to have no underwear on, and I'm not going to own a big property. Why? I can't handle it. It's too much on my mind. I got to stay light. I consider like Henry David Thoreau. Was he from Canada? Because there's a lot of that name when he wrote Walden Pond. I don't know that book. I'll look at that. Thank you, Lance. I'll look at that book. John Suttles, what's up, brother? Hey, Sam. Good vibes traveling your way, my friend. John Suttles, I appreciate you, man. Smile face emoji to you, brother. Thank you, man, for the positive vibes and positive support. Continue to heal, brother, and continue to take care of yourself. You know I appreciate you, and I want positive stuff for you, brother. Norma? Walden? Love it. I never heard that book. Norma? Brave New World was good too. Damn, maybe I gotta look that up. Sal, Texas in the house. Luke, that's a positive, brother. Happy Valentine's Day, Sam. Same to you. From me and my pretty young thing. Uh-oh, you got the young Russian girl, you with her? And he goes, we're out here having a nice shrimp and oyster roast dinner. Uh-oh, money bag emoji to you, brother. Somebody give a super chat to our brother Luke. Luke, I thought of you yesterday when I was at the thrift store. I'm not mad at you. I saw this really cool pink flamingo. Yes, that's me. And I was going to pick it up, but you're already in Florida. Yeah, no need to do that. So no need for that. Yes. Yeah. Plus, I don't need any more stuff. I got one bag. I don't need any more shirts. I got enough shirts. I gotta live light. Luke, I love you. Positive vibes to you. Money bag emoji to you because you gotta drop some big money when you're taking the wifey out to eat. I'm not mad at that. I did that for years. And what I can tell you, I gotta be single. I love you though, brother. It's your time to live your life. I'm not mad at you. All right, let me take a hydration break. You guys get me all worked up when you talk about flamingos. You know I like that. Good job. Man. Changing the world, one person at a time. It's hot tonight, guys. It's a nice night in Florida. Norma, Jacob, Anthony, Sam. Instagram is, no, not Norma, not inspired, just inspired. Take out the D. Everything else is correct. And thank you, Norma. Luke, and I was sending you blessings and prayers, my man, my brother. Do I believe in prayer? Yes. I believe in prayer. I believe in faith. I've gotten away from the religious dogma, but I totally believe in prayer, totally believe in faith. I believe in God, believe in Jesus. I respect everyone's viewpoint, whatever you believe or don't believe. But yeah, faith is a part of life, and I believe that. Lance, ultra light, ultra compact, freedom lifestyle. Well, brother, you talking my style now. Good job. Jill, what's up, Jill? I got no sexy lingerie, chocolate or flowers. That's all right. Happy corporate fastest day. Don't be bitter. I'm definitely working on getting rid of the material possessions. Good job. Lightning on my mind. Whew. And nurturing my soul. Yes, kind heart. Jill, good job. You got the right goals. You're going to make it. Jacqueline, hey, Jacqueline. You asked me a while ago if my Yaris is 4-door. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay, you could definitely live out of that. I've taken on a few road trips over the weekend in it. Uh-oh, somebody parking too close. And it's a guy with a girl. Total disaster. All right, let me stay positive. I've taken a few road trips over the weekend in it, and it's difficult to lay with my legs straight, but I'm working on a strategy. Yes, it took me about 6 months to get my sleep set up. You got to put both back seats down. You got to put the front seat all the way forward. You got to get a camping mat. You got to get a mattress topper, and you got to get some quilts. See, like when you're part-time and you don't want to go through all that because you're like, I'm just doing it for the weekend. So adaptation sometimes makes you to adapt, evolve properly. Sometimes you need to be fully submersed into having to do it or else you won't do it. Adaptation, you can proactively adapt, but really to evolve, you have to be fully submerged in having to do it in order to survive or to thrive. So I think you may adjust it as you go with the part-time camping, but I think you're going to need to fully submerge if you ever thought of really trying it before you get it set up good. Because look, when you got no other option to either make your car comfortable or perish, you're going to make your car comfortable. But that takes time. It took me about 6-8 months. That's true. Sal, hey Rash, what's up, man? Another Canadian in the house. Hello, Sam. Does your mother drive? Yes, she does, but it's getting older, so... Imagine you were together and she had her own minivan RV. Well, I told her next car should probably be some type of minivan or cargo van because if she needs to stay in a wheelchair for the majority of the time, we got to be able to get her in and out. So looking at that option right now, she leases something. She's got about another year and a half left on it. And so we'll see. I mean, that's the unknown variable right now. But the one thing about living light is I can, if my mom ever got sick or somebody need me, I can go visit them and I'm not leaving a house behind. And I like that. See, if I had a house and I had to go visit a sick friend or relative, guess what I'm thinking about? My house. I'm not thinking about that now. Why? I like living light. I got a lot of flexibility. When you live light, flexibility is your greatest asset. You in a traffic accident like my man Buck Porter, are you going to lose your mind or are you going to say, hey, look, I ain't got to go nowhere. I could turn off at any exit. You know the freedom when the traffic gets heavy and you can turn off at any exit. Why? Because everywhere you go is your house. Is that a blessing? It is. Now, parking at night, it takes time to find good spots that are safe, legal, and compliant. That's the burden, okay? Be careful. Scrap dude. Huh? What's up? All right. Love and respect. Lance, a YouTube video titled Without Bounds is an amazing 1-hour documentary. Yeah, I saw it. Overrated, in my opinion. Love and respect to you, brother. Yeah, that was Bob Wells' like kickoff joint. It was all right. I didn't really feel a lot of those people on there were a little extremists, and I wasn't really digging their style completely. It brought up some good points, but it's not fully my thing. But again, love and respect. Charlie man. When I get stuck in traffic, I pull off the road, roll out my awning, put on my recliner, brother. Me and you on the same page. Watch some TV, cook some Brussels sprouts, and grab a frosty beverage. Well, traveling van, me and you are friends for a reason. We think alike, brother. Good job. Norma with the super chat, love. Norma, I love this channel so much. I can't say enough good things about you or your show. Thank you, Sam. Well, thank you, Norma. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the love and support, for all your kind comments. You guys, I appreciate that, man. It means something to me, and I want to show love and appreciation back. I'm glad. Look, I'm glad this channel can be a blessing to people. It's a blessing to me. It's a two-way street. Every relationship is a two-way street. But how am I able to do YouTube? Because I'm living life. If I had a house, and I had a house, and when I had a lot of trappings, if I was just stressful at work and I had to rush home, well, one is, so let's take an example back in the day, okay? I'm at my job all day, okay? I had a long day at work, and then I got a girlfriend. Now, I'm not going right home. Why? Because now I have to run. I have to go to ShopRite or whatever. I got to get flowers. I got to get a thing. Then I got to go see them, take them out to dinner. Then I got to rush home to see my dog. That's my real Valentine. I love my dog. Rest in peace. And then, I got to spend time with my dog. Then I got to take her to the bathroom. Then I got to clean the house. Then I got to cook dinner. Then before you know it, I haven't even pleasured myself properly. And self-care takes a back seat when you're living heavy. When you're living light, there's a lot of self-care. And what I could tell you is, part of me too, how I started this rant was thinking about how I'm able to do YouTube because I don't have a lot of other burdens. If I just had all those other burdens I mentioned, a girlfriend, a dog, a house, I wouldn't be consistent with YouTube. I wouldn't have the capacity. I wouldn't have the time. I wouldn't have the energy. How can I take care of all those other things and this? I love to do this. This is using my gift and is playing to my strengths in life. If I was in a relationship, it wouldn't be playing to my strengths in life because my strengths in life are not giving I can't give my everything to someone else. It takes too much out of me. And I don't want to give my everything to a house. When you have a house, you give your everything to a house. On the weekends, what do? Clean your house. Why do you work such a stressful job? To pay your mortgage? But a house can be a blessing. Again, I want to balance it. I'm just sharing that. Again, thank you, Norma. But again, thank you to everyone on this channel. Teresa, everyone is positive and loving. Because again, I love to do this. I think that shows. I think people who watch this channel on a regular, they see the energy I put into it, and I love it. I enjoy it. And to do what you love is the greatest blessing in the world. But to do what you love, you got to sacrifice. And I saw that as one of the benefits. I said, Sam, if I live real light, I can do more of what I love. Whether it's living at the beach, doing YouTube, it's more of a risk. If I was really, really tight in the squeeze, I couldn't take this risk because anybody can watch me. Anybody can do crazy stuff. So, living light allows you to live your life a little bit more in your terms, to use your gift, to live your dream. Is it perfect? No. And is living in your car living light for everyone? No, just live light. Live in less square footage. Live with less unnecessary relationships. Live with less stuff so that you can maximize your gifts, your potential, and your joy. And Norma, thank you. And everyone, thank you. I appreciate that. Back to the live comments. Mark Travels and Big Dirty. I have been simplifying my life for the last 2 years, and now you're finally on the road. I sold my house, stayed single, and found a job where I travel. I spend time alone, but I am not lonely. Me too. Has helped with my anxiety, definitely. Has simplifying my life helped with anxiety? Yes. Do I still get anxiety? Yes. Do I still get stressed? Yes. My life, though, is a better quality, especially because as I get older, the less I want to take on my mind. And so for me, I think, look, if you get a lot of stress, live with less. Jacqueline, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Heart emoji and peace emoji. Well, same back to you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Luke, is the older Prius have more room than new ones? I'm not sure the square footage. But I would say, look, the Jeep Renegade is almost just as small as the Prius. It's a little boxier, so it's higher. But look, I recommend getting a new vehicle if you're going to get a new vehicle. I don't want to get a new vehicle right now. I don't want to get into any more payments or anything like that. I talked to my mom today on the phone. She said, Sam, the only thing I want you to do is when it's time for you to get a new car because I worry about you how much you drive. And I said, yeah, I know, Ma. I said, but I just don't want to get into a bunch of payments. I don't want to have all that burdens again. I said, if my car is good, I'm happy with it. I'm content. So look, there's times to get a new car, and you should get a new car, you should get a new RV, you should get a new house, you should do whatever you want. You earn your living, you put your energy into things, you earn your income, you do what you want. But what I'm here to tell you is, for me, living light is just because I can do it, I don't necessarily want to do it. And I'm not exalting myself because everyone spends their money different, and I spend my money differently. But for me, I want to live with as least obligations as possible. And once you get into a new car, it's another obligation. And so I want to avoid that. I got a great car. For me, it's a 2016 Jeep. It treats me good. As long as it drives safe, I feel safe in it. I'm very thankful for it. I'm not, and I'm content. I'm at peace. Sal, good evening from Houston, Texas. I see you, brother. Hope your day was well. It was good. It was a little stressful at times, but it was good. Stay positive. Thank you. You too. Take care. Love and respect, brother. Hydration break to you. Stay positive too. Don't let any negativity get to you, brother. Sal, you're a positive brother, and I appreciate you. Gilbert, I have been working at getting down to the bare necessities. It is hard. It is. But so much more beneficial. Less is best. I agree with that. Totally agree, brother. Keep going. Jacob, I can agree, Sam. I have only 2 friendships. I stay on the good side of my coworkers. Well, that's wisdom. It's not easy sometimes. The hardest part about working is dealing with other people. You can't avoid it in life. And I believe that when you have less stress in your personal life, you'll have a little bit more patience with your coworkers. I believe when you live light in your personal life, you can take on a little more heaviness in your business life because guess what? You got more capacity. Your brain is like this cup, okay? It's Trenta ice water from Starbucks, praise the Lord. Your brain capacity is like this cup, okay? When you live light, this is what you're living on right here. You see the water? When you live light, this is how much you're using of your capacity. And so, like, if you get stressed out at work, you got so much more capacity to use, then this water jug fills up, but you still got extra. And, but, example, if you're living very heavy, if you got a vacation house, a regular house, you got a wife, you got 2 kids, this is your brain capacity. It's all the way filled to the top, okay? And so as soon as you get into a traffic jam and it's backed up for a half hour and you haven't even ate dinner yet and you haven't gone to the gym in 2 days and you can't do anything because you got too much stress, and then a coworker calls you on your off hours, then you know what happens? Boom! And then it leaks, it goes crazy. Mental meltdown, okay? Mental meltdown. Guys, I just gave you a very good example of a mental meltdown. Please, live light, have more capacity in life. Good job. Now, I just got water all over my car. Do I care? No, I'm living light. I don't care. It's just water. It'll dry up. I never want to clean again. I never want to clean again. I don't want to clean a house. I don't want to clean a toilet bowl. Does that make some people sick? I don't care. I don't want to clean. I know some people who work just so they can hire a cleaning lady. Now, shout out to one of my friends. She has a cleaning business. Am I mad at her? No. Do I want to clean my house? No. Do I want to hire a cleaning lady? No. I remember one time when I had a condo, they said, Sam, if you don't like to clean, you should hire a cleaning lady. I said, huh, I got to clean my house in preparation of the cleaning lady. Like, you think you can let a cleaning lady in your house, you got a little dookie stain on the rim of your toilet bowl? No. You got to go clean that. You're not going to let a lady come in and clean that. You got to always keep your house clean to get cleaned. I like to live, I don't want to clean anything. Not once. So what do? Everything's disposable. Is that living light? Oh, to me it is. Good job. Okay. Woo, Sam. Weddings and dating are a thing of the past. Woohoo. I think you're totally right, brother. And will I ever go to a wedding or a date? No, I'm done. Lance, let love rule and freedom ring. Well, brother, I ain't mad at that, and love yourself. Ryan beat. Weddings and dates may be a thing of the past to most of us here, but they are rampant with the majority. That's true. People eat Valentine's Day up. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that. I'm not cynical. So there's a season in your life for everything. So I had a season of my life to enjoy it, so I don't want to steal that from anyone else. Lance, many people are accommodating their vehicles, all kinds of living in and out, alternative creative ways. Less than 1% of society. Less than 1% of society is living in their vehicle or even thinking about it. Only a 0.25% are actually living in it. 0.25% are thinking of living in it. Okay? And what I could tell you is 99% of the society, like Ryan said, the vast majority, they're eating up the American dream. Why? Because, and it's not anything bad. They want to have a family. They want to have a house. They want to have a pet. They want to, they want to live the conforming life. Or they haven't even thought of a different way and they don't want to live that. How many people really want to live in their car? Less than 1% of society. How many people are doing it? Less than 1% of society. Will that change dramatically in the future? It may change a little bit, but look, even if it changed 100%, then you're still not even at 1%, because right now, 0.25%, a quarter of 1% of people in the United States population is living in their car. There's approximately 350 million people in the United States of America. Less than 500,000 live full-time in their vehicle or RV. So even if that doubles, you're at 1 million people. That's nothing. Out of 350 million, that's nothing. It's something, but it's nothing. So think about that. Love, respect. Zakia laughing. Yeah, she likes me, van life guy. Stop starting rumors. Yeah, that's what happens when you get Nomad life. When you have a YouTube channel, everyone starts rumors over you. They were saying rumors of me. You gotta handle it. Sam's laughing good. I'm getting a van to travel solo. Well, let me tell you, Zakia, don't get married. Why? Because then you gotta split your petroleum dividend. What is a petroleum dividend? When you're an Alaskan resident, the corporations who drill for oil, they got to give you a percentage of their income or a percentage dividend, however they work it out. So that's what Andrew Yang, Y-A-N-G, he's running for 2020. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast the other day. He's running on the freedom dividend. Okay. Every United States citizen is going to get $1,000 a month. Okay. And $1,000 a month or less is living in poverty. So, it's only going to help take off the edge, not alleviate the mass mental problems in the world, in our country. So, but if Zakia decides to go frolicking at the RTR in 2020, she says, Sam, I'm going to vote for Andrew Yang, but I want to go down to the RTR because I want to meet some people in the desert. I said, I'm not mad at you, Zakia. So Zakia's got a new van. She's got a petroleum dividend. She said, I don't even care if Andrew Yang gives me a dividend. I already got the Alaskan dividend. She's going down there. Her boss is checking her desk. Where's Zakia? Oh, she took vacation. Zakia's down to RTR. She's got, she's doing dancing with Bob Wells. Everybody's wilding. Then the Element van life guy comes up to her. He says, hey, look, I got a 2-burner propane stovetop. I could cook in back of my car with you. And she goes, sure, why not? I've been drinking a couple, margaritas. I'm ready to hang out with you, and do my own videos. I'm ready to start my own YouTube channel. And then before you know it, Zakia gets seduced. Element van life guy, he leaves her. He goes back to his girlfriend in New Orleans. And now, Zakia, she feels like, she got taken advantage of. What happened? Well, at least she still got the petroleum dividend. I don't know how that happened. Zakia, no offense to Element van life. Well, he likes you. Norma's laughing good, Lance. A lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't watch the Nomad channels. I got lost. I'm sorry. Lance. Always lots to be thankful for. Pacific Northwest is buried in snow right now. Let's be thankful. So I drove down the coast to escape snow Apocalypse 2019. Oh, you did the right thing, brother, laughing. Jacob Inspire _38. You got it, brother. Okay, I'll add you in, Jacob. 109 TL. Well, I'll add you too. Random. You've got some cool looking tattoos. Thank you. When did you get your first tattoo? I think 16. And your last tattoo? I think 2 years ago. I got the Nomad thing on here. You're planning on getting any more? No, I don't think so. I think I'm topped out, but you never know. It's possible. Poker Pro. Do the campgrounds you stay at offer monthly stays? If so, what is the reasonable price per month? The state parks do not. The state and county parks do not offer monthly stays. You can only stay for 14 days consecutive, and then you have to leave for 1 to 3 days before you can come back. There are a lot of RV parks that offer monthly stays, but they're privately owned, and they're privately owned. Period. And you could do like a 1,000 trails or a different type of membership and travel around a little bit. And like I think the 1,000 trails on somebody was saying it's like under $1,000, and that's for all year. But from what I've seen, the campgrounds are undesirable. You're going to be parked right next to someone. But look, if you want to, the only benefit of a campground is, look, you get full hookups. The only time I want full hookups is in the summer. In the summer in Florida, when I want the electrical outlet, because I'm going to put an air conditioner and I'm going to vent it right outside of my window. Do you guys believe that? Well, I don't know if you believe it, but wait till I do a video about it this summer. Even though this summer, you know how I survived in Florida? This fan. Did I sweat? Yeah. Do I have underwear on? No. Okay. Good job. Brandon. Hey, Sam. I hope your day's going well. I'm thankful. The way you are leaving Florida video was a great video. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Love and respect to New Jersey. Zakia, don't be mad at me. The odd thing is that the Pacific Northwest, except for Alaska, is covered in snow. Huh. We're having a fairly warm winter. Well, I'm happy for you. In Anchorage. Just a few really cold days. I'm not mad at you. Zakia, I love you. Norma, prayer emoji. For your friend, Sam, thank you. You are so right about living light. Thank you. The more I get rid, the better I feel. It's true. Now, as you get rid of stuff, will it make your life 100% better? No. You're still going to have stress. Sometimes I say, damn, what else can I do? I can't get rid of anything else. I mean, I'd be buck naked with no car if I get rid of anything. I can't live any lighter than this. This is it. So I said, well, I can't take anything else away. I got to just watch. So after you're totally lighting the load, then you have to watch your habits and your risk management and your relationships and your intake of stuff. Because once you strip your life of all the excess, then you have to say, all right, I got to balance my life out a little bit. There's nothing else I can get rid of. Milano, Sammy, organize your mind. Not easy. And you will get anything you want in life. That's true, brother, but we need the grace of God. Because you can organize, and you're right, though. You are 100% right. You got to organize your mind. You got to structure your mind. But you also need the grace of God. Because at any moment, things can get bad enough and our mind can collapse. You get into a traffic accident, you have a bad day, and before you know it, you're doing well, and you can be broken. If you think you're standing tall, you're not. There's a scripture about that. Like, don't think you're standing don't think you're standing tall. At any moment you could be humbled. And because I've been broken in life, I have that. You can't be timid, but you gotta be confident. You gotta be bold. But you gotta be humble. You can be any of us can be broken at any time, and that's what keeps us needing the grace of God. Do I believe in the grace of God? Yeah, I do, and I'm thankful for it, and I need it. I need it. Oh yeah. Hydration break, guys, and nose blow break. All right, love and respect. Hey, Rash. I was having major pain in my eye. I'm sorry to hear that due to back problems, but marijuana healed it. All right, thank you for sharing. Seconds after smoking, that must have been some good ganja. Lots of research is hidden from the mainstream. I'm not mad at you. Thank God, brother. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Look, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. I don't want anyone to be in pain, and I could totally understand. Thank you for sharing your experience, brother. Jacob. I'm head out, Sam. Good to have you. I had extremely tiring day today. I understand that, brother. Stay positive. At work. Jacob, I hear you, man. Thank you for sharing that. I'll add you to the Insta, and I'll watch the rest on the live morning. Thank you, brother. You have a good night. Love and respect, Jacob. Peace to your mind, brother. Do I understand what it is to have a long day at work? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I say to myself, Sam, you're only 38. You got a whole nother 25 years or so of work. But then I said to myself, Sam, at least you're living light. You got a shot to live a good quality life and maybe get lucky along the way and can retire early. If I was on my other path, there would have been no way. And that's why I got rid of everything. I said, if I lose my job right now, I got to go right back to another high paying stress job. I got to, you have to, before you know it, a couple months, if you're unemployed, you're right back in debt. I can't live with that stress. I got to live light. Now, look, even now, what I found living in my car still costs money. Still costs. You don't think it's free. But at least it's lighter. Lighter for me and less to take care of, Christina. I live in Cali now. Okay. Peace emoji. Preparing on moving into my car in June. Well, all right. I'll see you then. I love researching your channel. Thank you. It's not just about living in your car. It's not. It's about a different way of life mindset. But mental health. That's right. Rants and caves. Yeah, that's true. Inspirational. Yeah, thank you. Being real. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nomad. Now that someone else brought up your tattoos, what does your tattoo on your right forearm say? It moves in and out of the frame, so I can't really read it. So I got Instagram. Well, my right, I don't know how you look at this, like if they're reflection. I'll give you both. So this right one is my brother's keeper. It says my brother's keeper. And it's like a guy helping another guy, my brother's keeper. And this one is across with Proverbs chapter 3. Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. So those are the two pats on my inner arms, if that's what you were asking. Tara, checking in on lunch, man. Tara's working hard. I asked to be demoted last night. Tonight I walked in as an operator. Just wasn't worth that little extra change. Okay. No, that's a good comment. Well, two things. Norma, again, thank you for asking about my tattoos because it's good to share about that. And Tara, it's an interesting comment, Tara. Thank you for sharing. I think that's I want to read that again. I want to read what Tara said. Checking in on lunch, man. I asked to be demoted. She asked to be demoted. And tonight she's walking in as an operator. The other, I guess she had a higher level position, wasn't worth the stress. There's been a couple times in my life that I've questioned, is it worth it to move up the corporate ladder or whatever ladder? Because even though you may get a little bit more money, it is more stress. I've struggled with that. I really didn't want to leave my night shift when I was working my night shift because it was great. I didn't have to be around a lot of people. It was quiet, peaceful. I was off of work when everyone was on work, and I was working when everyone was sleeping. I liked that. It messed up my sleep cycle a little bit, but I liked it. But I eventually decided I wanted to advance my career a little bit, and you have to do that on a day shift, and you have to take jobs that make you a little bit uncomfortable. I am glad that I took the advancement at a younger age because I can handle the stress. As I get older, I realize I don't want that much stress on me anymore. But as I advance my career, I've learned a couple things. I learned one, if you don't take the job, you're going to work for the person that is going to take the job. Who takes the job? Someone who's willing to deal with the stress, and they're going to be a little bit more assertive. They're going to be a little bit more demanding. Sometimes in life, when you say you don't want the job, guess whoever takes the job, you're going to have to get their coffee. Just don't forget that. When you don't want to take the job, you're going to work for someone else who does want to take the job. And usually who's the head of the HOA? Who's a manager? Who's a boss? Someone who's a little bit more aggressive. And you got to work for them. So sometimes you have to look at it like that. Is it worth it to take a higher position? It may not be, but you got to understand you're going to work for whoever ends up taking that position. So that being said, I think to advance your career, and I think the fact that you don't want to work under too many people, I think it's good to go. But let me also say this now to balance that out. If God forbid I get laid off tomorrow, I would look at working the night shift again or something simple. As long as the environment was right, because it is a lot of stress as you move up. And as I get older, I said, damn, it's a tax on the mind. But also I think about, I'm balancing the thought. And I think about too, I remember going into Wawa. Wawa is like a convenience store. And I was watching people, and they were working for like $10 an hour. So, because I often said to myself, Sam, I'll just get a simple job. Can you survive on $10 an hour? No, I think you need $20 an hour or more. I do. And I was looking at the people working at this convenience store, and they were arguing with they were upset with the manager. The manager was being too demanding that he wanted the coffee pots changed out quicker. And they were all stressed out. They were all worked up. And I said to myself, Sam, here you are, you think like, one day, like maybe you'll do a simple job, like working in a convenience store or something. You're still going to be working for someone else. You're still going to be going through pain. You're still going to be working 40 hours a week. If you already have to sacrifice 40 hours a week, you might as well maximize your earning potential. But it does come at a mental cost. And there's different seasons of your life. I think when you're young, build your career. I think when you're middle-aged, level out. I think as you get older, downshift. But I think if you live light, you have options. And you can decide whatever you want to do. When you don't live light, you got to do whatever you got to do. Okay? Big difference. Big difference. And I say that with extreme compassion. I'm pushing for UBI. I'm pushing for different, because I think we're out of balance in society. But I'm sharing with you. I'm being honest with you guys here. And so, good comment, Tara. I pray for you. Look, Tara, you understand self-care. Here's the thing, too. This is a very important topic, guys. My sister struggled with drugs her whole life. And when she decided, she actually was in the workforce for the first 7 years of her adulthood, and she was very smart. She started to advance. But the stress of work would make her have a setback, backslide, and use drugs. Because when you're stressed at work, you need something to relieve the mind. Some people go to food. Some people go to a beer at night. Some people go to heroin and prescription drugs. And when I was young, I didn't understand. I said, you're stressed out? I don't understand. That shouldn't make you use drugs. That was a young man speaking. 20-year-old man that even though I was working, I didn't understand the stresses of life yet. And I hadn't been beat up by life. Here I sit, 38. I've taken my hits in life. And what I could tell you is I can understand now, I have more compassion, how a stressful day at work can cause you to have a setback, totally abuse your self-care, and destroy yourself, whether it's use drugs, unhealthy food, or unhealthy relationships. So if taking a higher position job will cause you to self-destruct, never take it. Never take it. But I tried to share with you a range of different perspectives on that topic. I think it's a very important topic. And thank you, Tara, for sharing. Submarine Vet, you're the best. Thank you. Norma, thank you again. I love this channel. Thank you, Norma. I read that. I appreciate that, Norma. I appreciate it very much. And there's love and there's appreciation. Peace to you. Tony. Sam, how's life, brother? I'm doing the best I can. I'm thankful. How was your life? How's the saxophone? How was your wife from the accident yesterday? Sean Murphy. We are all in this together. Right? That's right. So let's spread the word. Let's spread the word to the politicians. No, that's right. Let us unite and let us not be extreme. Let us be balanced. Sometimes I get a little extreme because I feel I have to balance it out. But we got to find balance. But we do have to say, look, we have to have a system that's working for the majority of people. Right now, I feel we have a system that's working for a slim minority of the people. And when I say a minority, I'm saying the very wealthy, privileged. America is still a land of great opportunity. We're blessed to live in America, and shout out to Canadians and everywhere else where you're watching this. I can only speak from my perspective. But the system is out of skew. It doesn't need to total collapse. It doesn't need a total reform, but it needs reform. It does need reform. I think we're a little bit unbalanced, and I think it's unhealthy right now. So I think we need a little bit of a shifting, not radical, but we have to have some forward balance. I like Andrew Yang, man. Now, I don't want to start pumping him too hard because their brother may let me down. I don't know how he stands on all the issues, but I like how he articulated the correlation between technology, the downsizing of jobs, because even though mental health and a variety of things Um, we're eventually going to have to evolve as a society. That's where I'm going with it. Energy. Hey, Sammy. Glad I was able to catch you live, brother. It's always good to have you. Better late than never, brother. Thankful. Hope all's well, brother. Thank you, brother. Peace to your mind. I hope you're doing well, Norma. I'm glad you're living light enough to be able to do this for us. Well, thank you. It's a two-way street. Thank you, Norma. I enjoy doing it, but it wouldn't be good if I didn't have anyone talking back to me. It fulfills a level of a connection without being a burden. So I can go live and I can end it whenever I want. You can come in, you can leave whenever you want. And I like that freedom. That's light. That's a light relationship. It's a virtual relationship. I like it. And it allows me to use my gift, which is to communicate, share. And but it's a two-way street. Every good relationship is a two-way street. You got to have someone on the other end giving you good feedback, or else it's not there. Thank you. Gina, good to see you, Sam. Gina, love and respect, palm tree, and thumbs up. Good to see you, Gina. Annie G. Sammy, what's your opinion on those small teardrop campers? Just curious. A good question. When I had started looking at RVs, when I had my house on market, and I was about a month away from closing, I still didn't know what I was going to do. I was thinking about living my car. I was thinking about, I got a month before I closed on a house. Before I sell my house, should I try to buy something else, rent something else? Somebody I actually worked with said, Sam, you should look into RVs because it sounds like you don't want to buy property and you don't want to really stay in New Jersey. So it doesn't make sense to commit to New Jersey. It sounds like you're in a transition. And an RV would be good because you could always take it wherever you go. He knew I wanted to go to Florida. So I never thought of that. You know, I grew up in a suburb about 45 minutes outside New York City, but a suburb in New Jersey, but it wasn't in the country. So there wasn't an RV culture. It was a suburb. And I'd never been RVing. I'd never been camping in my life. So I said, RV? I said, maybe you're right. So I already had the Jeep Renegade. Jeep Renegade was only 6 months old, something like that. I started looking around. I said, what can I tow with the Jeep Renegade? The Tab trailers were close. The Tab teardrop travel trailer. There was one in Delaware. I went to Delaware one day on a weekend road trip. And I was looking at the Tag and the Tab. It was the first RV I considered getting. And I really evaluated it. And I said, man, this when I walked in and I was like, I felt like, you go into a car lot, you see something you like, you get all excited. I said, I want this thing. Thank God I waited 48 hours. After I waited 48 hours, I said, Sam, is this RV going to make my life simpler or more complex? I started to think it out. I said, now, if I get this RV and I don't have a place to park it, where am I going to park it? I'm not going to go into at that time too, in New Jersey, I was parking in industrial areas, rest stops. When I got this travel trailer I'm towing around, it's going to make that harder, more obvious, and a pain in the butt. I said, I'm not going to be living light. I'm going to be living heavy. I'm going to be towing something heavy. And I started to look at it. I said, nah, this thing ain't going to make my life better. It's going to make my life worse. I said, nah, that ain't going to do it. And even now, I wouldn't get a travel trailer unless I had an RV lot to park it on. But that's just me at this point in my life. That could change. But I looked at that. I looked at the Tab, teardrop, and the Tag. But towing something is work. You're a truck driver. I don't want to be a truck driver. I want to be a MILF hunter. And I want to wear no underwear. Love and respect. Good question, Norma. Does your mom watch your show? No. Mama, I'm still trying to get my mom a smartphone. No, she doesn't. I don't even know she has. My mom used to, when I had a radio show, when I had a nonprofit, Data Geek, thank you. Thank you, Data Geek. Let me just finish the answer. When I had a nonprofit organization, I had a radio show on an AM radio in New Jersey, in Plainfield, New Jersey, broadcast out of. I would do a show every week on a Saturday for an hour. So my mom would listen to that show. She used to sing at church on the weekend. She used to listen before she went into her car on the AM radio. And sometimes I would talk about masturbation even on that. Now, not as wild as I do now because it was a it wasn't my show. It was someone else's radio station, and it was a Christian radio station, so I had to be careful what I said. But shout out to Melissa. She was like the radio director. She gave me a lot of freedom. I didn't, I watched the line, though, because I knew it wasn't my show. I had to be careful. It was my show, but it wasn't my station. This is like my station. But even now, I got to comply with YouTube a little bit. But what I could tell you is, my mom would listen to my show, and sometimes I would talk about masturbation or this and that. And, but does she watch the YouTube channel? No, she doesn't have like the internet or anything that she uses. So I some people like that I know in real life, they end up watching, and I'm shocked. I said, how'd you find out? But for the most part, people have been very supportive, and I got to be very thankful for that. So that answers that question. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Daddy Geek, thank you. Sam, get you an extra Valentine's Pike coffee. Be my virtual Valentine's. Well, I'll definitely do that. Stay safe and have a blessed day. 3 hearts, and then a girl dancing and sunglass face emoji. Thank you, Daddy Geek. I hope your health is doing well. I know you just had the procedure. Continue to heal, man. Happy Valentine's Day. Health is something, money can't buy. We need money. I don't lie to you guys about that. But you need your health. And it's only by the grace of God sometimes. Like I said, I got a friend of mine going through a health problem right now. And I think about that often. Again, when you're living light, you can visit someone sick and you don't have to worry about leaving your house behind. Now, when you get sick and you don't have a house, that could be an issue. But Daddy Geek, thank you. I appreciate it. Love to you. Thank you and Norma. I appreciate the support very much. And stay positive. And I appreciate you. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Rob. Good evening, Sam. Hope you are well, man. I'm very thankful. How are you? Loyalty means everything. What's up, Sam? Tara, stay blessed. Is that a hand, a blowing a horn emoji and then like a lot of sparkles? Disasters? Yeah, stay blessed. Gina, I saw a guy yesterday that had 1 meter long iguana. Oh, okay, I thought that was going somewhere else. It's his pet. Some crazy people here in Thailand. Okay. I touched it. It felt magical. Oh, damn. I'm all right. I'm not magic. Bart, I see much wisdom in what you say. Thank you. You have inspired me to consider things from a different perspective. Thank you. And to document my thoughts regularly on my YouTube channel. I'm not mad at that. As I take long walks. Thank you, Sam. Now, love and respect. I appreciate that, man. Take your long walk. Share your gift. Use your channel. Use your avenue. There's enough success to go around. And there's enough support to go around. I often say, look, you having a YouTube channel is a give and take. Your biggest sacrifice is your privacy. Your biggest reward is if you enjoy doing it, you can possibly do what you enjoy doing, possibly make an income off it. And possibly, if you're very much a loner, I'm a loner, it offers a level of connection without heavy commitment. I don't like heavy commitment. Daddy Geek's going to be my virtual Valentine. That's what I like. So that's the reward, but that's the risk. Your privacy and look, and also the negative feedback. And also in the beginning, no one watches. And it takes a year, at least over a year, to build your channel to something consistent. And you got to be consistent. It's a job, though. Like, people understand, like, how I built my career and how I built my channels. I show up every day. That's work. And a lot of people can say whatever, but a lot of people that I've seen, they're not consistent. Doesn't mean you have to do a video every day. There's people that have bigger channels that may do it once in a while. But you have to be consistent. And it's very hard to be consistent in the beginning because no one's watching. No one's caring. And that gets frustrating. And I made videos about it. And then when people start to watch, then you have to have a certain percentage that give you negative feedback. And that can hurt your mind. Negative feedback can hurt your mind. So it's a give and take. Everything is a give and take. But should you do it? You should do it if there's more pros than cons. But I'm able to do it because I live light. Thank you, brother. Keep going forward. Brandon, New Jersey now. Hey, Sam, I'm 24. Do you have any advice how to live life if you were that age? Yes. Avoid debt. Start working immediately. Don't have kids until, I would say don't have kids, but if you are going to have kids, don't have kids till you're 30 or over. Your house, for every person that is in your household, you only need 250 square feet. So if you're gonna be in a relationship with another person, you only need an apartment or a house that's 500 square feet. If you're gonna have one kid, you only need something that's 750 square feet. If you're gonna have two kids and a wife or a husband or whatever you're gonna have, you only need 1,000 square feet. The average household with a couple and two kids should never have a house more than 1,000 square feet. They don't make them like that anymore. Why? Because it's the American nightmare. And I know, brother, you're from New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey. You think they're making houses less than 1,000 square feet? Good luck with that, bro. They ain't doing that. You know that. And rent's crazy. Keep your debt levels low. Don't have kids till you're 30. Work now, because it's better to build your career when you're young. But you have more options with your career when you don't take out a lot of debt, including college loan debt. You got to have some degrees, but don't take out too much debt. Don't get a fancy car. Even though I got one, so I'll be a hypocrite to tell you that. But when you're done with it, done with it. And don't live to impress people. Screw them if they don't like you. Cut them out of your life. Stay positive, brother. Never live a negative life. Negative life not worth it. Gotta stay positive. Stay faithful. Don't hurt people. Try to grow. Stay open-minded somewhat. Be firm in your beliefs, but stay open-minded. Don't be an asshole. And I think when this is overall a light life, or I'm describing to you a light life. And, from what I've seen on the comments, I think you get life, brother. And I think you're going to figure out, you got a good mindset. And the grace of God be with you, always. Because, Brandon, no matter, even if you make every right decision, Brandon, somewhere along your journey, you're going to be in such a tough situation that there's only one thing that's going to be evident, and that's the grace of God. You can do everything right. Let me tell you something. You still need the grace of God. And I believe in that. Love and respect. Milano, Sammy, living light is more free time. Yes, see that? For doing anything you may feel like doing. Yes. Like YouTube, like walking by the beach, like watching porn, whatever you want to do. Living light, you have more capacity in your cup to fill it up with different things. When you're living heavy, you have less room in your cup to do different things. Big lesson. Good job, Milano. Sean Murphy, how did you survive Wall Street, Sam, with the shell games brokers play? Well, when I was trading, I lost the majority of the time. I've worked for publicly traded companies, and it's just a shell game of business, so I understand what it is. But there was times that I was making money, but then I eventually lost because it's tough. It's tough to be. I was up sometimes like for 8 months in a row, and then all of a sudden I'd have a bad month and I'd lose. So if you're talking about trading stocks, brokerage fee for Fidelity, I think it was like $8 a trade. I know like certain apps have no dollars per trade, but it all depends if you're day trading or investing. So if you're day trading or investing, oh, thank you, Bart. I'm going to get to you right now, brother. I just want to finish this. But thank you, Bart. I see you. Day trading or investing or whatever you want to do, they're high risk. And the only thing that's really got me money in life is working and living below my means. But I'm not against taking risk. But my biggest failures were I took too much risk. And it's very tough to play the market, but I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all, but I'm just saying that's my experience overall. Bart, brother, man, generous, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Sam, keep inspiring. You provide more value than cable. Well, I appreciate that, Bart, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man, for the generous super chat, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Data Geek. Thank you, Norma. Again, when you guys are generous like that, I want to say so much, and I want to just keep thanking you, because I want you to feel appreciated and to know that I sincerely appreciate. So again, Bart, thank you. Again, Data Geek, thank you. Again, Norma, thank you. I don't overlook that. I don't take it for granted. I have gratitude in my heart. I have gratitude in my heart for everyone. I know that's an extra blessing that you go above and beyond. So I don't look over it, and I thank you. Appreciate it very much. Back to live comments. Norma, I started to watch the Yang interview. Okay, Andrew Yang did an interview on the Joe Rogan show. It's a YouTube show that I watch. I'll finish it on my next day off. Thanks for recommending it. No, it's a great watch. So yeah, I also recommend the Joe Rogan interview he did with Elon Musk. That was also another great interview. Shauna, the American dream overrated. Serious around here. No, I agree with it. Look, it's out of balance. Again, I want to acknowledge America as far as the blessings opportunities it's giving me. So I try to be fair in my evaluation. I don't want to like be negative on America, but I want to also say that I think we've gotten out of balance in America. I think we're overworked. I think you know, it's a great place, but I just think we're out of balance. And I think we can do a little bit better and still, be who we are. So, that's how I feel. Sean Murphy. As Tim McGraw sang, I miss back when. I tried Bolognese sandwich and we got away too complicated. I don't even know what that is. I know that's a song that he sang. I never heard that song. I mainly listen to, I got love for everyone. I mainly listen to hip hop and R&B. Now I really don't listen to much. A lot of times when I go through mental pain, I don't want to hear anything. But music does heal the soul. Luke, I'm curious, Sam, because myself have been interested in the Prius. I like the Prius. If my car does go, the next car I would get would be a Prius because I want to get it while I'm young enough. Like I think once I get into my 60s or 50s, I don't know if I'm going to want to be sleeping in a Prius. But the guy I originally watched on YouTube, he was in his 70s living in his Prius, but he's getting too old for it. But I think you can live in your Prius, look, up until 65 probably at least. But let's read what you got to say. I'm curious, Sam, because I myself was interested in Prius. Do you know how long you can drive them as far as mileage? Do they last well above 100,000 miles? Yes. From what I saw on the guy I used to watch, I think you can drive that well over 100,000 miles. I think most cars you can drive over 100,000 miles. The biggest maintenance thing you'd have to be mindful on the Prius is the second hybrid battery. It's not like a regular car battery where it's like $100 or whatever to change. It's a special like hybrid battery that's going to cost more. That'd be your biggest like extra maintenance thing. But look, 100,000 miles. I got 111,000 on my Jeep Renegades, 3 years old. I traveled up and down the entire East Coast of America. So it all depends on how much you're going to travel, but I think you'd be fine. Look, that's a traveling machine. The only reason I would consider getting a Prius is not because just like cosmetically. The main reason is because the gas efficiency. But you have to have that car for at least 5 years for it to pay off. You have to have any car for 5 years. So if you're getting on average 50 miles per gallon and it's a hybrid, you don't need an electric charge station all the time. See, that's why I wouldn't want to get a full electric car right now, because especially being a nomad, not having a house to plug into, yes, I see charge stations on the road and I've seen them up and down the East Coast, but they're not everywhere. And I don't want to sit in one spot for 2 hours charging up my car. I want a hybrid. A Prius is a hybrid. A hybrid means it runs on some electric and some gas. It drains the electric and then it kicks on the gas and it intermittently goes back and forth. So it makes it efficient. It's a hybrid. A little bit of electric, a little bit of gas. And so if I could double my gas mileage for someone who travels a lot, that's a huge efficiency in my life. And that's what the value of a Toyota Prius is, efficiency, gas mileage. The second value is at night, you could run the cooling. There's a position that you leave your car in. You can put the air conditioning on. It will run because it runs off the hybrid battery. And then once your battery needs to be recharged, the car will automatically start. The only downside to that is if you're parked stealth, or even if you're parked at a campground that has a quiet hour after a certain time, if your car is intermittently starting up every half hour, that may cause a problem. And you may not be able to use that feature unless you were really boondocking. But that would be my opinion. Luke, the new body style is kind of nice. Yeah, it is kind of nice. I like that. I saw one. There's two kinds. There's a Prius Prime, which is more electric charge. And there's the regular Prius, like 1, 2, 3, 4 Touring, which is the full hybrid. I like the Prius Prime front grille, but I like the other Priuses. I like their tailgate better. I was just wondering if it has the same amount of room in the back or sleeping. I got in one. There's quite a bit of room as the older one. I can't compare it 100% to the older one because I haven't been in too many, but it's a lot of room in there because the old ones look pretty spacious. Yeah, no, I think the new ones are spacious. The main issue with the Prius is how it's built is it's like an oval. So in the back, you don't have a lot of headroom. Like if you wanted to lean up, your headroom is the direct center of the car. So like right now, when I sleep in the Renegade, my head is in the back and my feet come up. If I was sleeping in the Prius, I'd probably put my head on the front seat, my feet back, because there's little headroom in the back of the Prius. The most headroom is in the middle. So you probably want to sleep, with your head here on the front passenger seat and your feet going to the back. Sean Murphy, how much money did pharmaceutical companies donate to political parties in the U.S.? A lot, and not all pharmaceuticals are bad. When I worked for Electrical Union, I worked for Merck Pharmaceuticals, Novartis. There was a lot in New Jersey, and they gave a lot of jobs. So they're not necessarily evil, but they are, they lobby the system to get things passed in their favor. So sometimes we get divided as people to not lobby the government to institute laws for the people. But we allow corporations to lobby the government and to institute laws for them. And we say that's fine. So there has to be balance, but I would be disingenuous if I told you that you can eliminate lobbying. You can't. I think you can put better laws, though, on the books. I do. But I think you have to be careful. I think the one girl that I like from the Bronx, the House of Representatives, I think she has some good I think she's a leader. I think she's very smart, and I think she's going to help society. But I think she took a loss today with being too tough on Amazon and then not building a headquarters in New York. I forgot her whole name, AOC or is what they call her or whatever. So, but it's fine. I mean, I've made mistakes before in my life, so that's part of life. But I still think she's going to do great, so she shouldn't get down on herself. But, you don't want to beat corporations up to the point where you're not business friendly. But you certainly don't want to you certainly don't want to let corporations run amok on the back of middle and lower class people. That's not that's not the right way. So we're out of balance where corporations basically have full rule, but you don't want to go the other way where you don't make the environment business friendly. There's got to be a balance somewhere. And that's what I'm hoping for. Luke, I agree with you, Sam. I'm your age, I can truly see how giving a minimalistic lifestyle can simply is definitely easier on the soul, definitely. And as you get older, the soul gets beat up. My soul and my mind, I can feel it getting older. I really do. And when I was very young, people always said to me, Sam, you got an old soul. And so, I feel it. And, what I could tell you is as I get older, and that's why I think when people get older, they want to downsize. Everyone older, even if they're very wealthy, I think they have a goal to downsize because their mind is weighed. What's going to happen if I get sick? What's going to happen when I leave to my kids or I don't leave to my kids? I just don't want to worry. I'm on Social Security. The average Social Security is $1,200. That's where I think you could work your whole life. My mom worked her whole life. She worked up to 70 years old. It's the only reason she stopped working because her legs gave in on her. So not a working person, their whole life, she got Social Security about $1,200. You can't even pay rent for $1,200. And we give big breaks to corporations. That's where it's wrong. Because, don't tell me, that's where it's wrong. And that's where we got to make society a little better. Luke, I agree. The more stuff we touch to financially with the burden causes us to lose peace, inside, because everything is about making money, instead of, creative forces that lie within us to create. I agree. And that's what it is. When I freed my spirits from some of the obligations, I started to live lighter. My creative juices started to flow more. That's true. Zacchaeus, everyone gets their own, what's that? Oh, it's the petroleum? Oh, the permanent fund dividend. I love that. Even babies. Yeah, good job. No sharing here. Zakia, hydration break to you. I vote for you. I love you, Zakia. Rio, Trader Joe's soy-based ice cream is the bomb. Well, that's a good recommendation. Thank you for sharing that, brother. I know a guy who works in a Starbucks here that I visit. He's in his 50s. He works 2 jobs. Not a lazy person. Works 2 jobs in his 50s. He works at Starbucks and he works at Trader Joe's. Okay. He works at Starbucks to get health benefits, and he works at Trader Joe's because he needs more money. Trader Joe's pays more, but they don't have health benefits. Now for, part-time. For Starbucks, I think you can get health benefits. He said you only got to work 20 or 30 hours. He said for Trader Joe's, you'd have to work over 40. So that's how it balances out. Millen, agree. Thank you. M. Toff, Daddy Geek. Hey, all. I hope everyone's doing well. Daddy Geek, happy Valentine's Day to you. I hope you're still in here. I love and appreciate you. Again, I think about your health, think about your doggy, and I think about your magical purple Prius that you have. And I hope that work's not driving you crazy. I love you. Cameron. Hey, Sam, how are you doing? I'm trying to stay positive, brother. How are you? Daddy Geek, thank you again. You are my virtual Valentine. And thank you again to you, Norma, and Bart. I appreciate it. Love to you, Daddy Geek. How's everything going at work? Norma? Yeah, Daddy Geek, happy Valentine's Day. Susan? You got a girl? No, I've been blessed. I've had girlfriends before, and I'm very thankful for them. Women have added a softness to my life that I'm very thankful for. Yes, they all end in a disaster for the most part, but I'm still thankful. I don't want a girl. Too much work. A dog is too much work. I've had a dog. I love my dog all my heart. I love girls. I love women. I respect women. I believe in full equality. But I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want a lover. I don't want to. I went from wanting a serious relationship, then saying I don't want a serious relationship, then saying I just want a companion. Now I don't want any companion. I don't want to deal with someone else has a bad day. And people have bad days. You got to respect it. I don't want to be when someone else I know is sad or hurting, I feel that pain. I don't want to feel that. I like to live light, and I don't want a girlfriend. What do I do to satisfy my sexual need as a man? I masturbate. That's what I do. And I found that after I masturbate, I don't want to really text any girl. So most of the time, it's just lust. I don't really, I want to throw up if I think about, picking someone up to spend a day with them. I'm not against it, but it's not for me. Sometimes I see a girl in a nice pair of yoga pants. I say, damn, I like to do. And then I just watch some porn. And then I'm cured. So I love and respect, but that's how I feel, honestly. Daddy Geek. Love that blue tank top. Thank you. That's the color symbol. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love and respect that. Daddy Geek. Thank you. Lana. Sammy. Living light equals big wallet. Well, yes, it does. Look, you have to have some income, though. Because if you live light and you have no money coming in, now you have a deflated wallet. And what I've learned, 2 years living in my car still costs money. I can't quit my job. I haven't quit my job. YouTube's like my second job. It's not a job. Well, it's a job, but I love to do it. I would love to do it full time, but I can't quit my full-time job. Why? Because I need income. I need health benefits. And you got to build into Social Security. So now you still pay taxes on any income you get. But what I can tell you is living light at least allows you to feel like you can get ahead. Look, you can get ahead and have a house. But also let's remember 80% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Stock market's at an all-time high, economy is booming, and 80% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. To get ahead, you got to live light. At least to have peace. Look, even if you don't get ahead that much, you have peace, and that's worth it. Oh, yeah. 2000, Jill. Thanks for subscribing, Gilbert. Gilbert subscribed to Jill. I'm not mad at that. Tony. Sam. She's okay. No whiplash. Oh, good. Praise the Lord. His wife was in a car accident yesterday. And our insurance is getting us a new car. Oh, good. That's good. I don't know what to get. Maybe a Jeep. Well, what I can tell you with the Jeep Renegade, the seats are uncomfortable. And in the Wrangler, the seats are uncomfortable. The old Jeep Compass had great, comfortable seats. To be honest with you, I would recommend the Jeep Compass. But I don't know how the new ones are. I haven't driven in them. But whatever you get, may it be below your means and safe. And I love you, brother. I'm just thankful she's okay. Milano. Sammy, I paid $31K. You got a good deal from La Mesa RV dealership here in Florida. But with the money that I saved in the rent is paid off. Well, amen. Laughing. Nah, you did the right thing, brother. And you inspired me. Milano, you've been a huge inspiration to me. Milano lives full-time in a Class B plus down in Miami, RV. And I agree, you hear me on this channel say I wouldn't get an RV. I'm 38. When I'm in Milano's age, Milano's in his high 50s, almost 60, I'll probably have an RV or a van. And 31K, that's a cost of a Prius. So that's a good deal. And Milano's handy. He likes to work on stuff, him and Emilio. I don't like to work on stuff. But 31K is a reasonable deal. Now, if that's for used, is it cheaper to live in an RV than to live in an apartment? It can be. If you do free camping. But there's even some, like, here I saw in Okeechobee, Florida, I saw one campground was like $300 per month or $250 per month. Now, that's a couple hours away from the coast or an hour away from the coast, something like that. And I know Milano keeps telling me there's something in Palm Beach or something down there that's like $300 per month. But the average during the winter, the average RV lot is around $800 per month. So $800 per month plus like a $500 RV payment, you're right at like $1,300. So you got to do some free, if you're going to get an RV, you got to figure out where you're going to park it. You got to realize you're going to have some restrictions. But as you get older, you got full amenities. And what I like about an RV is you got wheels. You got bad neighbors, you got wheels. Okay? Everything you have is always with you. That's less mental stress. Now, a little bit of mental stress when you have a breakdown. You got to be careful. But, look, I don't want to travel around the world, so do I want to get an RV? No, but I just like the fact to know that I can move when I want to move. I do like that. Yeah, I like it. Milano, year and a half. Milano, you did the right thing, and I appreciate you, brother. You've been very positive and supportive, and I hope you know that how much I appreciate you. Daddy Geek at Luke. Daddy Geek, she's got 290,000 miles on her Prius. Got a nice Prius. Beautiful purple. On mine today, and it purrs like a kitten. Keep the maintenance up, and they go forever. Daddy Geek, great comment. Now, look, Luke, you heard it right from Daddy Geek's mouth. She's got a purple, beautiful Prius. 290,000 miles. There's your answer, Norma. I can never do what you do. Sam, I know it's a job, and I'm guessing a tough one. I don't see a lot of live shows on YouTube, and when I do, it seems hard for them to keep up with all the comments. Well, thank you, Norma. Thank you. Look, it is my gift, so I enjoy to do it. So it's a job, but when you enjoy what you do, it's a job, but it's not a job. And that's why I'm thankful for YouTube. I'm thankful, that I can earn a little bit extra on it, and I'm thankful that I can use my gift, and I'm thankful people keep me company and they talk to me. And I'm able to do it because I live light. But all those things play a part. But you have to seek out, like you heard me say, like, it doesn't just happen by accident, right? Like when I had a nonprofit, I was always like into like trying to give back and trying to be inspirational. And I was into using my gift. Now I had a radio show. I was actually paying money to be on the radio. And I was like doing a similar thing, but more with a religious Christian undertone. But it was still like kind of the same thing, but I was refining myself. So I've always recognized my gift, and I always recognized my need to use it. But I had to shut that down because what I did, I basically burnt myself out. I was working 3 jobs. I was working a nighttime job. During the day, I was doing electrical contracting work, and I was trying to run a nonprofit. I founded it. I was the owner, operator, CEO, a small nonprofit. I was probably the biggest donor. But then I realized, like, I don't need to do all that to help a lot of people to use my gift. And as technology advanced, I saw that I could just use technology to share what I wanted to share. But I put in the work, and I've put my own money on the line. I've put my own privacy on the line. So I'm blessed. I acknowledge that, and I acknowledge the blessings from others. But I want to share with you to encourage you that I've put in the work, I sacrificed, and I've continually built something. And you should do the same in your own way. And not just you, Norma, but anyone. When you identify your gift, you trial and error. But it's a lot of pain. But you can't think of it. You just got to take it one step at a time and keep building it. And then sometimes you tear it down and you rebuild. But thank you, Norma, for appreciating my gift. The greatest compliment someone can give you is to recognize your gift. Never forget that. Melissa, hey Sam, hey Melissa. Norma, I would be nervous just being on camera. Kudos to you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, the encouraging thing to anybody who would be nervous, just look at my early videos. You could tell I was nervous and apprehensive, but I was trying to always be very sincere. And I kept all my original videos. I got playlists on all my channels of every live feed I've done. There's some that got erased. every video, whether it's about nomad living or whatever. I've had my channel for a year and a half as I make this. So you see my entire journey. And thank you. Bart, brother, thank you again, man, for being generous. Keep pushing forward on your journey, man. And go after it. Use your gift. Do what you want to do. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Daddy got 4 of the 3 mil bag. There you go. What's a 3 mil bag? A 3 mil trash bag is the thickness of a trash bag. And 3 mils contractor grade thick, meaning you could pretty much put glass in there and it will cut through it. Just be careful. But that's what you get when you want to downsize. Why do you get a 3 mil trash bag? Because the only way to get rid of stuff is to throw stuff out. And if you think you're going to downsize by giving your stuff away or selling it on eBay, you're not. That's the reality. And she goes, moving forward, 2019 will be my year. Woohoo. Thanks, Sam, for all the inspiration. No, thank you. You have literally saved my life. Well, thank you for the kind comment. Daddy Geek, kiss blow back to you. Look, I am thankful. I mean, it does encourage me when I hear that in some way I have a positive effect on people. Now, I don't put myself on a pedestal, and I tell you, don't put me on a pedestal. But I'm just sharing that I am thankful for people that, do let me know that I inspire them in some way. Michael J, what's up, son? How you been, man? I've been thinking about you. I know you were stressed out the other time you were in here. I'm so mad. I just realized being nice won't get you nowhere. Just started physically assaulting people will be mean to me. Well, Michael J, love to you, brother. I know you're going through a tough season of life. I've been there. What I can tell you is you got to separate yourself from people that are unhealthy for you. And until you do, you have to take accountability for your life. As a young man now, as a young adult, I know it's not easy. But as a young adult, you have to be accountable. And if you are going back to the people who are putting you in an unhealthy situation, it's not their fault, it's your fault. And when you stop blaming them and don't blame yourself either, but just say, look, all right, I got to get my stuff together. And getting your stuff together means separating yourself from unhealthy relationships, changing your number, and changing your life. Until you do that, nothing else will change. I know it's not easy, so I know I'm speaking firmly, but I'm trying to also calm myself and speak lovingly. I've been through it. I'm not, just giving you a sermon. I've lived life. So that's what you got to do, brother. I love you. Sean Murphy. Hey, I make YouTube videos now. So I'm in 20 years. I can watch them with folks in a nursing home. Yeah, you can. I'm not mad at that. Daddy Geek. New director, that's out of her job, fired a programmer today and really made it a huge embarrassing moment. Made more so heavy for him. Daddy Geek, me and you on the same page. Daddy Geek, good comment. Here's why it's a good comment. Part of living life and downsizing, having less financial obligations. If your job has a layoff, if you work for a BEP, you got more options. Now, you still have to work because you're always going to need an income. But when you have less financial obligations, you have more options. And when things are going bad at work, like Daddy Geek is describing, your stomach, your heart doesn't go into your stomach. When things are stressful at work and when you feel that pressure, sometimes the only saving grace is knowing that you're living light and that you have minimal expenses. You still need income. You're still going to need a job, but you're not on the hook. And that's why it's wisdom to downsize when you have a job. It's wisdom to downsize when things are going great. It's wisdom to downsize before you have to. And so I think you're doing the right thing. Milano, Sammy, I know you like the Honda Civic. It's cheap. I know you like that, brother. I'm not mad at you. Milano always trying to get me in the Honda Civic. He don't like the Toyota Prius, but I love Milano. He's a good guy. Sean Murphy. People have looked mean at me, but it don't bother me. I got a life to live. That's right. You'll never use your gift. You'll never fulfill your destiny if you worry about what people think. You have to be kind, compassionate, but you also got to be you. And if people don't like it, let them kick rocks. Tom. I'm very thankful. I actually like to, very thankful. Say positive. Norma, I saw today that Tesla has a new model coming out with pet mode. I guess to keep animals safe in the heat. I didn't read the article. Okay, that would make sense. Yeah, I worried about that when I had a dog, and that's why, when you have a pet and stuff, leaving your dog or whatever in the house in the car, you think about that. Sean Murphy, woo, daddy, Luke. I just bought a new battery for mine. Didn't have to, but bought the Optimum Yellow and Amazon. It was $237. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Well worth it. I have the older one, Gen 2, and much more than you in it. Norma? Yes, Daddy Geek. The writing is on the wall here. With the new director, get yourself minimalized. Norma, amen. Daddy Geek. Sleeps great. Back to the. I am 5'10". There you go. For reference, I will buy a new one when this one dies. Highly recommend. Well, that's a good recommendation, Daddy Geek. Thank you for sharing, because I care about that feedback. Daddy Geek and Norma. Only reason I'm not rushed is because of my knowledge. Yeah, you're smart. But you're doing the right thing. She needs me, but I don't need her. My saving grace. Daddy Geek, keep pushing forward. Sean Murphy. In Canada, every month, low-income people get GSTD checks, general sales tax. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Daddy Geek. Susan, he has me. More than what he needs. Virtual love is inspiration for him. It is. Much love, respect. Thank you, Daddy Geek, for getting me. Jill, I just subscribed. And then she gave a lot of hand claps. Brendan, I know what you mean. I have to masturbate twice. Nothing wrong with that. To get rid of lust. Nothing wrong with that, brother. When I'm done, I just think relationships are disasters. Well, you're not far off. Lust has ruined a lot of people, brother. You just hit the nail on the head. I have friends driven by lust. It's not easy. We're lustful people. Christina, sweet dreams. Thank you. Loved watching you live. Thank you for hanging in there. I know it's getting late. Thank you. I love you too. Daddy Geek. Tony's so glad she's okay. Yeah, his wife. Gilbert. When you get older, it gets harder to take care of yourself. Amen, Gilbert. And your stuff. Less stuff, more dough, more. You easily flow. That's right. Best life, let go. Yes. You don't try, you won't know. Yes. Dedicate, just hit me. Brother, that's a great poem, man. Good job. Jill. Thank you, Daddy Geek. I'm happy, but my survival life is very hard. Sean Murphy. YouTube Live had 9 million subscribers. Wow. Luke. Daddy Geek, thanks for the info. So how many miles can you go on a new tank of gas? About to break it down, Luke. And how much does it cost to fill? Question mark, Luke. Norma, I'm fading off to sleep. Me too, Norma. I know, I'm sorry, getting late. I love you. Good night, everyone. Norma, peaceful sleep to you. Thank you for all the support and love. Love to you. Thank you, Sam, for another great show. Thank you. Love and little flirty hearts to you. Valentine's Day everywhere. Here, but stay single. Yes, yes, yes. And then a lot of hearts, and she's tired. And she even gave me virtual flowers. Norma, heart emoji and virtual flowers back to you. That's the type I like. Dalton, hey man, what's up? I'm just trying my best, brother. Are you familiar with Vincent Boots? No, sir. He is an amazing man. Okay. Will you say he is amazing for a project I'm doing? Huh. All right. Well, we had a good night, everyone. I got to each and every live comment, and I appreciate you guys' support. Have a peaceful night's sleep. 7 to 9 hours sleep is great. Do the best you can. Live light. Stay positive.